I just want to get a little gauge from you. Who is kind of in the exploring space? Who's feeling like monogamy is my thing? Who's like, I'm just doing non-monogamy and that's fun? Can we see who is in the monogamy space? Okay. Things have changed. Okay, and who is like, hey, we're non-monogamous, this is cool, this is the thing? Okay, nice. Okay, and then who is like, whoa, this is tough, this is interesting, I'm struggling, I would like to try it, but it's a thing. Anybody in that space? Yep. Okay, cool. I feel like it's kind of like a good even mix. Okay, I like it. Yeah, I mean, I'm so used to speaking to people about their relationships, and so this is quite, like, it's kind of sweet to be able to just be, this is my one, and that was wild. Like, my story is so sad because I realized I was non-monogamous in like 2007, and nobody else was. So I was like, I can love so many people. Where are they? None. They were none. So what happened was, basically our story begins in a therapy session. I'm sitting there on the couch crying my fucking eyes out because I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm just like, I'm some kind of freak. I'm just in love with a whole bunch of people. I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, I just can't do this. And I keep fucking it up. I keep cheating and I keep, like, nobody gets it. Nobody understands. And I was like sobbing. And this woman, thank God, bless her cute little cotton socks, was just like, have you heard of polyamory? And I was like, what? And she described it to me, and I was like, like, this is me. This is 100% who I am. So I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. I'm going to go out. I'm this polyamorous person, and life is going to be good. So I'm like, sick. Hello world, it's me. And I go out there and I'm like, okay, where are the poly people? And I'm looking and there's nothing. And there's this like Yahoo group. Fucking Yahoo group. And I'm like, click. I like somehow add myself to this group. I don't know who the people are. We were in a forum. I don't know what that is. Like, nobody's chatting. There's no vibe. And I think everybody was over 50. And I was just like, this is fucking devastating. So I was like, no, but I'm good. So I decided, like, okay, meet somebody. Then I say, I'm poly. Then things are good. And that was just really not at all how it worked. And people were just like, okay, what is that? That's weird. No, I don't do that. So I was like, okay, cool. I guess I'll just try this monogamous thing again. And that was learning about my relational style as an identity. So in this phase of my life, I was like, okay, this is how I feel as a me. This is me as my identity, just like how I am super queer. And now I'm in a monogamous relationship. Not able to express that. This sucks. But this is where I learned, like, okay, this is my identity. This is a part of me, just like my queerness, just like my gender non-conformity. And that was piece 1. Then we move to chapter 2. And this is where I am working with non-monogamy ideologically. So this is where I become like wrapped up in the undoing, like the politics of it, the rage, the like, what the fuck? We were like property, and like, I want my freedom. And it was like this real kind of like a feminist becoming. And it was all about like relationship anarchy, like break it down, just like every relationship is worth something. And that's so idealistic. Like, this is what I want. This is what I want the world to look like. And in that space, it becomes like a battle of like my worldview and your worldview. And like one of them has to win. And I'm currently losing. And so that is really difficult. And so I became more filled with like this indignant rage of like, this is what I need to do. But in that space, as I was raging, I was also giving up and kind of like succumbing to this reality that I was just probably going to be in a monogamous relationship forever, and just feeling this inside of me. And it turns out that you can't really escape your identity. And that made me kind of unethical. And I just cheated. And it was so good. but it was like this beautiful teacher, because when I did it, I felt like so deeply aligned with who I was, and it felt so me and so right. And while it ate me up inside on an ethical front, it definitely showed me that like, this wasn't sustainable. This isn't going to work. Like, you are not going to be able to shove yourself into this little box for very long. And I was very quickly very honest about what I had done. And then we carried on the relationship. And so then I was like, maybe I'm going to have a baby. Not the path you thought I was going to take with that. But yeah, I was like, yeah, no, okay, here I am. This is life. I think I should have a baby. And I do this. And then I'm like more trapped in this structure that I don't identify with. And I'm like very ideologically opposed to. And I'm sitting with that, and it's building up, and it's killing me slowly. And I actually develop like endometriosis. And my endometriosis, I realized one day, is me trying to kill my sexuality and my desire. Because I've now made it so painful to have sex that I kind of don't want it anymore. And when I realized this, I was like, fuck, okay. I'm like killing myself from the inside. And this is not sustainable. And so I was driving from Lakeside to the M3, and I just got hit with this fucking epiphany of like, you cannot do this. You cannot sustain this. You have to be you, and you've got to do it. You've got to do it. You've got to break up your whole family and just be you. And you have to show your son that a broken family can be okay. Like, it can be worth it. And that your mom staying to like keep the family happy is going to kill her. And her being her might teach you to be you. And so I decided, okay, I'm going to do it. And I destroyed this cute little family, and it broke me. I was so devastated, but I did it, and I was like, I have to be me. And then I was me, and it was so good. And I was finally me, and I was like, this is it, this is real. I'm really gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it hard. And I was like, I did it academically, I did it career. I was just like, nobody is gonna not know that I am non-monogamous. And I was super open, super out there. And then I met my wife, and we were like, we're gonna do this. We're gonna be non-monogamous, and we are. And it was so phenomenal to just be like, I'm gonna be me, and this is me. And then we were together, and I had this whole life of this long struggle of me like fighting for this freedom. And then I had it, and I was like, I kind of don't like have energy for other partners. I was like, that's like a lot of work, and I don't know. And this is where the third part came in, because I started feeling like, what the fuck? Like, I am failing at non-monogamy. Like, I want to be kitchen party. Like, where are my partners? Where are all my loves? I was like, shit. Did I give it all up? Did I struggle for this long to just be here in this happy fucking marriage? And I really, like, there was so much pressure. I was like, shit, I'm doing it wrong. I'm so bad at non-monogamy. And I'm like teaching it, I'm advocating for it, and I suck at it. So there I was. And I found this book, this pretty academic book. It's called Love and Freedom. And in there, the author speaks of this like mono-poly dichotomy, like this binary of mono versus poly. That's this constant fight. And he's like this wild thing, and he's just like, fuck that. Why don't we take that whole non-binary thing from gender and we apply it to relationships, and you get to just be non-binary. You don't have to pick a side, and you can go from one to the other, and it doesn't matter. Like, you don't have to identify as something. And this was so revolutionary, because I had just gone from this identity into this ideology, and it was this battle. And then I like fought to be me, and then I was failing at the other side, and I was like, shit, okay, non-binary, this is amazing, but like, what is it? How does it work? What? So I looked into it, and I was like, okay, this is interesting. And so I want to share that with you, because I think it's interesting. Essentially, what this brings in is the understanding of who you are developmentally at whatever stage you are in your life. And this is like in adult development, we talk about developmental milestones that are like becoming parents, launching your career, trying to establish yourself in a field. These things are things that people do in adulthood. And then we've also got like going through meno and andropause, aging, like kids leaving the house. All of these different things that happen during adulthood are things that affect the way that we need to relate. And bringing this new filter, this new lens into the picture is pretty interesting, and it gives space for a different understanding of how we relate. Because somebody who's gone through this big struggle and who moves into, finally, I'm non-monogamous and I've got this cool open marriage and I'm sitting at home, like, I'm gonna feel shit about myself. I'm gonna feel like, okay, I'm failing at this. I'm not doing it right. But if I bring in this lens and I see I'm like running my own business, we have kids in school, we've got us and our entire story, we have amazing like spiritual stories that are unfolding and that we're so wrapped up in, and we've got this very full life right now. And so right now, the only place that my non-monogamy really expresses is through my work, because I work a lot with sex. And so in a way that would not feel good in a monogamous relationship. But other than that, I'm not like hanging out with all my lovers. But to look at it like that and say, like, developmentally right now, we are in a really big like building and growth and nurturing our children phase. And so the shape of our relationship is adapted to what we are dealing with developmentally. And then we also, that developmental structure kind of means that when we hit another phase, and I mean, this could be something like a lot of people are going through big initiatory passages where it's like, I need to express myself, I need to connect, I need to discover who I am sexually and through connections. And then that might be a time where you're like, okay, it's open, let's go. I'm going to go and explore. And the other person might be like, I'm not even feeling that right now. And then they can do that when they want to. But the whole thing is adapting to like, yeah, hey, we're pregnant and we seem to have different sexual needs. I remember that was a big problem when I was pregnant. I felt like super sexual and my partner just was not. And I thought it was supposed to be the other way around. I was like, but and so in that phase, if we had a structure that could move with us, then we could have been like, okay, well, in this moment, like, let's do things separately. And then boom, when we have our baby, things are going to be pretty different, and I'm going to need to be completely wrapped to one tiny little bundle for like 2.5 years, and that is going to limit my capacity for other relationships. And so this part to me is like developmental capacity. And so I have found that my journey has led to this place of like having a relational identity, and then having a relational ideology, and then moving into a space also where I can move beyond the binary and into a space where I am engaging with my relationship in the same adaptive way that I'm dealing with the changes in my life. And I don't need to hold on to some specific structure to feel whole. And so I felt like that was something that I really wanted to share with you, because it's helped me to move beyond the shame of feeling like I didn't fit in there, and then I wasn't nailing this, and then here there's more space and more acceptance and a flow that feels like it understands me and it's supportive of where we're at. in every moment of our relationship. And so yeah, that's my little share. And I'm very curious to hear your thoughts and engage on that when we chat. But yeah, thank you so much for listening.